Sekhmet is the Kundalini, Shakti, or Shekinah, the fiery Holy Spirit in the Kemetic Tamare tradition. Sekhmet represents the fiery aspect of creative power. In the litany of Ra, Ra is described in one of his 75 forms or attributes as the one of the cat and as the great cat. Sekhmet is the wild aspect of the cat, the heat of passion. Sekhmet is usually portrayed as a woman with exposed breasts and the head of a lioness. Sekhmet is occasionally depicted with an ithyphallic male body to illustrate the strong urge to create. The lioness is the most fearless animal on earth. In our modern societies, the guts and spine are symbols of physical courage. This concept has ancient Egyptian roots. In the papyrus of Ani, we read, "My belly and my spine are Sekhmet." Sekhmet statues are usually made of igneous rocks such as basalt or granite, emphasizing her fiery nature. Sekhmet is identified with Uachet, Tefnut, Bast, Mut, Heteru. Sekhmet interacts with various Necheru gods, goddesses such as Ptah. In human terms, Sekhmet represents passion, which can be useful or destructive. As such, Sekhmet is associated both with healing and with disease. Sekhmet represents the fearless power within, which can make a person either a hero or a madman. In the legends, Ra sends Sekhmet to earth to quell a rebellion of mankind, and she is his solar eye responsible for protection and defense. Upon seeing the battlefield, Sekhmet began to slaughter mankind without ceasing. In a fierce battle rage, Ra became so concerned that she was going to kill all his followers that he contrived to satiate the goddess's appetite for blood through mixing the scarlet red juice of ripe pomegranates with beer. Pouring this over the battlefields, thinking this was blood, Sekhmet drank thirstily of the red fluid, gradually becoming drunk and falling asleep. In this famous legend, the primary motives of the lioness are revealed: an insatiable thirst, a ferocious appetite for killing men, and the intoxicating effect of the red beer. The consumption of vast quantities of pomegranate beer provides an evocative substitute for human blood and is a fruit sacred since ancient times. This legend may be considered as both a literal statement of a lion's natural ability and also a symbolic means of conveying lioness's sacred lore. If considered as a symbolic language, the story of Sekhmet becomes a parable of aspects of female sexuality, including the insatiable nature of peaks in a woman's hormonal cycle. When crowned with the cobra, Sekhmet portrays the internal fire of the serpent Kundalini risen to maximum strength. In this aspect, the skilled priestess of Egyptian magic becomes the form of the lioness serpent goddess in certain types of ceremony. Though many women may be more familiar with precedents of female power taking forms which are less forceful, for a fuller comprehension of the entire range of female magical potential, an awareness of both the benign and fierce aspects is necessary. To some women, the lore of Sekhmet will be familiar or provide a magical expression of their already known sexual energy. Though Lioness is a fierce lover with seemingly insatiable sexual thirst, She is also a gentle mother to her cubs and a fiercely loyal sister. The full range of female emotional, hormonal, and sexual tides is depicted, and the necessity for all aspects of a woman's cycle to be honored and not suppressed is highlighted. Lioness anciently was enthroned as the sign of high summer, the constellation which the sun entered at the time of summer solstice. In this period prior to the precession of the equinox into Aries, spring equinox occurred with the sun in Taurus. In this celestial lore, the interrelationship between the goddess Sekhmet and Het Heru is further explored. While it is noble to never be roused to anger without due reason, it is far less noble to consider the expression of anger as being an out-of-control emotion. Frequently, within some forms of spiritual endeavor, the complete removal of anger is predicated as evidence of superior spiritual attainment. However, this is alien to the Egyptian understanding of the universe, as it would eliminate a powerful expression of the elemental world. It remains one of the outstanding features of this tradition that every experience of human life is brought within the auspices of the gods. This simultaneously inspires the individual to new heights of understanding and experience, while firmly recognizing the many guises that magical energy may manifest. In the lore of Lioness, the practitioner is alerted to the potential of fire in its full range of manifestations, from beneficent to destructive. As protective and defensive power, this fire is ever present, guarding the tradition itself. Within each one, this fire is also present. A central concern of Egyptian magic is in learning to recognize and work with this solar force. Knowledge of the presence of the protective form of Lioness provides a reminder to those who would seek to abuse power in relation to others that the goddess will not stand idly by. Lioness is an especially powerful sign for the female magical practitioner who seeks to fully recognize her inner fire. The word sex itself may be traced to Sekhmet, and Shakti in the Indian yogic traditions sounds very similar to Sekhmet. Shakti is the Kundalini, and Shekinah, who is also a Kundalini or Holy Spirit, sounds similar to Sekhmet as well.